now. I was waiting that other people should uh, join it as soon as possible. Then I should make my volume up, right? So one thing I just want mention over here, how many people are listening me very clearly, audible, and the volume is kind of loud. Please let me know in the chat box area. If my voice is audible, high, clear, let me know in the chat box area. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody should respond in the chat box area. Thank you very much. Right now, I have just shared the link with other people, right? Thank you very much for joining. And okay, I'm just waiting for other people to join this session as soon as possible because this is the time. Okay. Mm. Okay, guys, I hope all are fine. Thank you very much for joining on time. This is Engineer Vakas, and half of people are not there. I can only see like 15 people have joined us so far. Where are there? Whereas there are like around there are 13 enrollments, right? And even more than that. Rest of the people are going to join after some time. I know that, but before starting today's session, I just want to ask you people certain questions. First of all, let me know in the chat box about your engineering discipline, please. Thank you very much. Everybody should let me know about their engineering discipline in the chat box area. Civil engineering, electrical, mechanical, जो भी आपकी engineering है, please. Okay. Okay, Shabir Ahmed, thank you very much. So please, everybody should write in the chat box area and about their engineering discipline. आपने कौन सी engineering की है? Civil, electrical, mechanical, whatever engineering you have done so far, please write there in the chat box area. Thank you very much. Because I will be asking you certain questions through which I can connect you. This is actually your introduction, right? If I'm gonna give you opportunity to open up the mic and then it is gonna take a lot of time, right? Even a single person is going to take 2 minutes, so there are like 30 minutes. It's gonna take maybe 1 hour, right? So today we are starting with this. Okay, everybody should write there, right? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, Shabir, I got it. No worries. No worries. My next question that how many years of experience you have? How many years of experience you have as of now? Umar Farooq, 12 years of experience. That's wonderful. Then Simon, 1. Abdul Wahab, 0, right? Then Shakir Basha, 14 years. Arif, 6 years. 15 years, Kundan. By the name of this user, 7 years. Sarfraz, 1 year. Usman Al Amudi, Muhammad Usman Al Amudi is 22 years. Welcome, Mr. Al Amudi. Malik Usman is having 10 years of experience and so on, right? Thank you very much. If you want to tell me about your profile, about something very special, like you want to introduce yourself, so write in the chat box area, right? Give me your brief. But before that I will be asking you certain questions, so it is more better, right? So everybody has expressed their respective experience. So the next question which I'm going to ask you people is that uh, how many people have already knowledge of project planning and scheduling? Just give me a percentage range, 10%, 15%, 20%, as per your perception, right? How much, already you have knowledge or concepts about project planning, Primera P6 and scheduling. Yes, everybody. Kundan, you have 80%. Wonderful. You're already working, right? Way above 50%. Very basic, Abdul Wahab. Okay, 70, 30, 30. Malik Usman is 70%. Okay. So please mention if you're gonna take anything different which you already have from these sessions, please mention later on. Don't worry, okay? So my next question, from which city you are? Right now, where you are? Okay. Umar is from Islamabad, and then Salmi is from Canada, then Indore, India, Muscat, Hyderabad, Waziristan, Islamabad, Gujranwala, India, Amir Wakar, working process design engineer, then Simon is from Bangalore, India. So far till now, 20 people have joined us, and I'm really excited. Are you excited? Please let me know in the chat box area. Are you excited? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. So guys, first of all, I welcome everybody in this session. I will help you people to understand our way forward. There are 3 classes per week. Every class gonna be like 1 hour to 2 hours, roundabout kind of that timeline approximately. And I will be providing you the recording of every class, notes, and support will be there in the WhatsApp group. If offline, like when you are going to end up with this class live session, you are practicing and you have any query, you just don't message me like one-to-one message. Just message that query within the WhatsApp group, because there I can handle you, because out of that WhatsApp group I have no idea who is asking me the things, right? So within WhatsApp group, just maintain that question answer. We are very good at that one, like to answer your questions. That's going to help you a lot. That is the major reason I always encourage people to join live sessions, because through that kind of thing, you are going to learn a lot of things. Many people are civil engineers, electrical, mechanical, but despite of that variety of engineering discipline, you will become a planning engineer. Why and how, that's what I'm going to explain you further on, right? Thank you very much to join this session, and thank you everybody, Abdul Wahab, and there are many more people out there. Thank you very much for joining this session. Right now I'm turning off my video because I need to start sharing with you the slides. So just starting this session, I can see young people. There are, Abdul Wahab, Salmi, Arifullah, Chintu, HP, iPhone. These are the names people could not change, right? And by default, Zoom is representing their names, their devices names. Like, so Irshad, Kundan, Malik Usman, Salman, Fariz, Sarfraz, Shabir, Shakir, Siman, Umar, and Vaibhav, and many other people. For them, I have no idea what are their exact names, because only user is written there. So welcome guys, let's start. And here we are, and we are going to start our batch number 193. And this is gonna be very amazing. Stay focused, and here we are. So, okay, I hope everybody got their planning diary. How many people got their planning diary? Please mention in the chat box. How many people? Please. Because I mentioned that one in my. Okay, thank you very much. So let's start.
Recording in progress.
Welcome, batch number 193. This is Engineer Vakas, and it's your first lecture. And within this first lecture, I'm going to share with you the following content. We are going to start our career journey. It's not only Primavera P6. This is more than that, right? I'm going to make it more amazing. So we are going to start our journey with the help of these understanding concepts with project management fundamentals. Once we will be done with the fundamentals, we will get into the project management knowledge areas, scope management, how to create our project file within Primavera P6. And then for today, for sure, we will have a break for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Then we will start it again, and we are going to talk about the next level things like WBS development. And I will take care about one thing, that you should understand each and everything, right? Then we are going to talk about EPC model. We are going to talk about, there is one template structure to which we call top to bottom template. We will learn how to load that data within Primavera P6, right? So let's start. And one more question I want to ask everybody. What kind of project you are working right now? What kind of project? Some of you people might be working on a road construction, MEP, pipeline, solar, building, infrastructure, right? So please mention your field. Please mention your specific, field where you are working right now. Okay, solar project, Usman is saying so. Yes, wonderful. So why I'm asking you people this question? Wastewater treatment plant, HP. Okay, that's wonderful. You are fresher, Simon, no issue, but pick up idea, the concept, which I'm going to explain by I'm going to relate this concept like framework, right? Okay, thank you very much for providing me the information. I have asked you one question. Many of participants are working on a building infrastructure projects, road construction, solar, oil and gas, pipeline, and so on. But what I'm going to explain you people, none of the project which you are explaining is possible to deliver on time, right, without implementation of project management, right? Do you agree with me? Is it possible if you are not going to apply project management and still it is profitable, it is achievable within the timeline? Is it possible? Please let me know in the chat box area. Everybody should be interactive and should participate in the discussion, because that is how we are going to achieve our targets. Nothing is achievable, nothing is profitable unless until we are going to implement project management. So first of all, our first assignment is gonna start now. Just keep your building in your mind, keep your road project in your mind, pipeline project in your mind, solar project in your mind, and start thinking that how within the industry, when you are going to start working as a planning engineer, how this complete framework look like. We are going to define our project management into 5 process groups: initiate phase, planning phase, and then execution phase, monitoring phase, and closing phase. Let's start understanding that each of these phases, how we need to cover them up, right? So the first phase is initiate phase. So before starting this initiate phase, we need to define different project parties. There is a client, project owner is going to hire consultant, experienced people, the organization, which is going to evaluate different kind of things. So client is going to hire consultant within initiate phase. And let's suppose there is a proposal on the table that company, authority, client is going to build a new metro, new city, new railway track, new road, new pipeline, right? So that proposal will be evaluated via feasibility report. This is one of the business document, feasibility. Within that feasibility, our experts are going to evaluate the money They are going to invest, let's suppose $1 million. So how much time it will take to get back that money with profit? To calculate the cost benefit analysis. That is the one thing we are going to make in this feasibility report. Obviously, we are human beings. Profit is directly attached with our psyche. So within this first report against any proposal we are going to make, how much time we are going to get our money back, right? And the second thing is technical analysis. The project we are going to do now, technically it is safe for next 20 years. Maybe next year this technology we are going to launch is no more in demand. Maybe it will be obsolete. You understand? So technical analysis will be part of this feasibility report as well. Then market analysis. What is going on in the market? What are the trends? Market data. So these studies will compile our first business case study, which we call feasibility. This proposal will survive if we are going to get good vibes, positive response from experts, cost benefit analysis, technical analysis, and market analysis. The senior people are going to deal with it. Why I am sharing with you people? Because you are going to become a planning engineer. You should understand root analysis, the root cause analysis, from where it is going to start. So feasibility. If feasibility is going to give you, rejection, like this project is not profitable, technically it is not viable, as per market analysis, it is not doable, we are going to close this project at the same spot. But if it is approved, we are going to start hiring people like surveyors, like draftmen, like AutoCAD people, like site people, right? Like, okay. And we are going to start sending them for surveying of that project area and collecting those coordinates and handing over those coordinates to the design team. And design team is going to prepare a basic layout, basic model, basic prototype, that how that building which we have in our mind, in our requirement, how that building look like, model, prototype, or basic design. But if we talk about oil and gas project, this phase is called front end engineering design. Front end engineering design. The same thing. There are few documentations will be added. If we talk about oil and gas projects, EPC model, right? I will be explaining why I'm calling it EPC. But right now, just keep it very simple. Just imagine this is same like basic design. After feasibility is done, we are going to prepare that bridge, building, road, pipeline, design, basic level, initial design. And within this feed, if we talk about further basic design or feed, within this basic design or feed, front end engineering design, there are certain like things we are going to do. Like we are going to make civil drawings separately, layout diagrams, mechanical separately, electrical separately, like design packages, right? Separate things from discipline to discipline. Like civil discipline is different, separate, electrical separate. Then material requirement plans. We are going to identify within this building, the majority of the project is depending on cement, steel, crush, and how we are going to acquire them. You understand? How we are going to achieve them. Material requirement plan. There are many things which are like, cameras, sensors, elevators. So we have to make their high level plan, that how we are going to acquire them. So that is called material requirement plan. On the, our high level plan, this is called higher level planning, not at that much detailed planning. This is higher level plan. Then basis for bidding. What does mean by bidding? This client and consultant are not going to do anything to build this project. They are only concerned with the specifications and standards. Physically, who is going to complete this project? That is called contractor or service company. So they are going to hire that third guy or contractor. So for that contractor, they are going to prepare the documentation, like bidding documents, like contract documents. when project should be starting, when project should be or must be completed, what are the payment milestones, how the quality of the project should be, and what are the project contractual. Everything will be highlighted within this bidding procedure or contract documents. And after that, they are going to launch this advertisement into the market, right? That they are going to invite all the market contractors, invitation to tender or invitation to bid. Just write it, ITT. ITT, invitation to tender or invitation to bid. They are going to, maybe 20 contractors are going to participate in this bid, that uh, we will make this project, we will construct this project. But company cannot make this uh, bidding as per their requirement. Their internal team, like consultant and client, are going to sit together, and they are going to evaluate the performance of these 20 contractors, and they are going to approve one of them, right? And one of the contractor will be awarded, the reason to award that one contractor based on the cost, reasonable technique through which that guy has represented that I'm going to construct this project, timeline, past performance, right? And recommendation as well. So one of the contractor will be awarded that project. So ITT to evaluate our invitation to tender, and then evaluate, award that project. The next phase will be started. I'm explaining here EPC model. Okay, I will be, E stands for engineering, P stands for procurement, C stands for construction. Again, I will repeat. E stands for engineering, P stands for procurement, and C stands for construction. I will be explaining these things as well, don't worry. The second phase is called planning phase. Okay, the planning phase. Just keep this thing in your mind. It doesn't matter either that is building, pipeline, oil, and every project has to follow such kind of, there are further minor smaller changes, but overall they have to follow the same cycle. So the second phase is planning phase. As soon as planning phase will be started, just keep this thing in your mind. Now contractor is already on the page. So this contractor is going to deliver that basic design data, contract data, specification data to the design team, their internal design team, and they are going to prepare detailed design. This is EPC model. Then from that detailed design, you just start learning things. This is designer job. This is quantity surveyor job. How many people are familiar with quantity surveyors or estimation people, estimators? So this quantity surveyor is going to take off quantities from this detailed engineering design, which is called estimation. They are going to prepare bill of quantity and bill of material. I'll be sharing the sample of bill of quantity over here. See, this is how it will look like. The senior designers and quantity surveyors are going to sit together. They are going to estimate how, these work description, if this is building construction project, this is your item number, this is work description, unit of measure, rate, total quantity, and total estimation. So estimated cost. See, you understand? Pipe rack foundation, that is how. How many people already familiar with BOQs? BOQ, bill of quantity. So your estimation people are going to prepare this document from detailed engineering design. You understand? Once detailed design is done, quantity surveyor is going to start doing his job. Okay. So bill of quantity and bill of material will be compiled. But there is one more thing. There are different kind of departments. Right now there is designing department. So this job will be done by senior planning engineers, senior finance managers, and all that, and senior contract managers, right? This is senior people area. As a planning engineer, when you are going to start your job will be starting from here. So there is another thing. See, let me highlight this one. The detailed design is the design department. Estimation is estimation or quantity survey department, and procurement department. See, let me explain you. Now, planning engineer is going to interact with all these departments, like when detailed design will be ready and quantity surveyor is going to start estimation and going to set up the BOQ. Then let me share with you one more interesting, amazing part. Once your 30% design will be ready, many things you are going to start ordering. Like within your design, it will be mentioned you need steel, you need bricks, you need crush, you need cables, you need fabrication plates, you need valves. Okay, you need, as per the project nature. So many things you are going to order when your 30% design is going to be ready. Many things you are going to order when 60% design will be ready, and many things you are going to order when 90% design is ready, which I will be sharing with you people when I'm going to discuss procurement. You understand what I mean? But right now, you should understand why I have written here 30%, 60%, and 90% procurement model. What does mean by procurement? Procurement means to outsource, like I am going to construct a project. While construction of that project, I will be requiring many items, materialistic things, services, welders, cranes, machinery. So I will be contacting with suppliers and vendors. That complete procedure to find out a promising supplier and vendor is called procurement procedure. Many items I have to start ordering when design is 30% done. Many items will be orderable when 60% design is done, because to save the time. So planning engineer is going to stay in touch with all these three departments. Why? Because on the basis of this data, planning engineer will be able to produce project schedule. Project schedule, you understand what I mean? That is the primary duty of planning engineer. Why? Because see, this is our project schedule. Now start watching from the top of your project. Designing is there, foundation, structure, mechanical, elevator, HVAC, everything is there. What we have to deliver on site area to construct that building. So this is called project schedule. When we talk about project schedule, a planning engineer cannot make that project schedule without having the idea of procurement, because your project 90% success is depend on the procurement. Then estimation documents are going to help you people to define your, what you need to deliver actually. And detailed design is the major thing. So as a planning engineer, I will be, right now I'm just sharing the concept, the overall agenda, the way forward. Okay, this slide is going to help you in that way. Okay, and within this project schedule, what I'm gonna get as a contractor, as a consultant, as a client, everybody need this document to which we call project schedule. So within this project schedule, there is scope baseline, like there is work identification. I need to prepare design, procurement, foundation, HVAC, MEP. So that terminology which I have mentioned there is called scope. So within this project schedule, work is there and timeline is there. If I, schedule baseline means timeline. Like if I share with you, see here, the timeline is there, na? See this, which activity will be performed on 15th of Feb, 16. See, timeline is there. This is called timeline. Their respective bars are spreaded over that timeline. You got my point? And then there is cost baseline. Of course, if I will be, if I'm gonna define here that how much cost this backfill and compact walls, I'm going to make rate analysis. That is one thing we are going to get into the details later on. But cost will be part of this project schedule as well, because cost is the biggest constraint which our project success is gonna depend on. Then resource requirement plans. If I'm gonna make excavation, leveling, compaction, fabrication, whatever, how many helpers I need, what kind of machinery I need, what kind of material. So this kind of information is going to make my job very easy. So project schedule, this is the document. Within that document, I will be getting complete work. I will be getting complete time management. I will be getting complete cost management. I will be getting complete resource management. And that is what I'm supposed to learn by the end of this training. You understand? So that is project schedule. But how this project schedule will be developing? You know, it needs data from here. And planning engineer is going to develop this data, right? Right after this process group, our next phase is going to start, which we call execution. Our contractor is going to mobilize on site area. That is called mobilization. They are going to set up their temporary facilities. There is a residential area, caravan, on-site area, washroom, kitchen, offices, lay down area to stock the material, to keep the steel and cement and save the material. So that is called mobilization. And as soon as this mobilization is done, they are going to start construction as per project schedule. Because within this project schedule, every work has been identified. When we need to start our foundation, when we need to start our MEP, every single activity, right? So this client contractor is going to start execution like construction. Site work will be started, in other words. You understand? During this execution, I repeat again, not after execution, during monitoring and control phase will be started. You know what will happen? Our site engineers, foremans, our QA/QC engineers are present on the site area. After every single work, they are going to conduct testing. They are going to documenting that how much excavation quantity has done today, how many welding joints are welded today, how much concrete has poured today. So they are going to document each and everything in DPR. What does mean by DPR? Daily progress report. And they are going to hand over this daily progress report to the planning engineer. And planning engineer is going to make the variance analysis like site data versus planned data. From where this planned data come from? Anybody have any idea? Site data come from site team as a form of reporting procedure. Planning engineer, from where planning engineer is going to get this planning data? Anybody have any idea? Please let me know in the chat box area one time. I have mentioned this one. There are two kind of data now it will be available. From site team, planning engineer is going to get that planning data, right? Sorry, site data. Planned data will come from project schedule or baseline, right? Yes, baseline schedule. Kundan, that's wonderful. Okay. So that is called progress report. And along with that, the fifth phase is handover. Like if my project is 1 year long, after that 1 year, if project is 100% done, I'm going to make handing over, taking over defect liability as per that project contract. Everything is done. I'm gonna demobilize and going to prepare for my team for another project. But if project is not 100% done, it's like only 77% progress is done, 23% is remaining, but time is done. So my team is going to prepare EOT report, extension of time, delay analysis and claims management. You understand? So that is another thing. That is another story. They are going to claim another extra time. You understand? So that is the complete framework. As a planning engineer, you are going to implement on your building construction projects, your pipeline construction. It doesn't matter you are a civil engineer, electrical, mechanical. What matters, how much conceptual you are about implementation of project management. So please let me know in the chat box area one time. Is that understandable? Please let me know in the chat box area. Is that understandable? Please, this complete cycle. This is your first assignment. I want everybody to draw the complete cycle the way I have portrayed here, I have displayed here, right? And put this wallpaper on one of the, your room or your cupboard wallpaper, right? Because this is how I'm gonna train you people. Every time you are gonna watch it, it's gonna be having more excitement. So please, that's how you have to make it. This is your first assignment. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Is that clear? So now I'm going to explain about the things, planning engineer skill set. Now, Many people are thinking that I'm going to learn Primavera P6 and I will become a planning engineer. It's not like that. Let me explain this philosophy that if you want to become a planning engineer, right, you need to understand this thing, project management. If I talk about project management, I mean like scope management. Scope management means, the work I have to carry out to complete that project. Scope management means work management, in other words. So when I talk about project management is actually a combination of scope management, then time management, then cost management, and then resource management. These are the major project management knowledge areas. These are the major things, right? So if you want to become a planning engineer, you need to understand the project management and the further knowledge areas, right? And you have to implement this project management on a certain thing, like a building, like a road, like a pipeline. And for that pipeline, for that building, for that solar project, the construction methodology is explained by client and consultant within bidding document. We have to follow that bidding document, that construction methodology, that if I'm going to build a building, first I have to go for raft foundation, how that raft foundation will be constructed, how the test will be satisfied, right? So I mean, we have to go for design. We have to first, I'm explaining now the process. Material requirement plans, site preparations, foundations, superstructures, and then you can see over here MEP work. So let me merge this concept data, like how much work I have to do for this design. Okay, the scope management means to calculate how much work we have to do for that certain stage. So how much time it will take to complete that design, how much cost it will take to complete that design, and how many people we require to complete that design. The same, these 4 5 things of project management will be repeating again and again for material requirement plan, for this one, for this one, for this one, and for this one. How, what will be the benefit? Because we have to merge project management with the current item which we are supposed to develop and hand over. It can be building, it can be handover for every single stage. And then we have to interpret that data with contract. What does mean by contract? Contract is a legal document which is signed and stamped between different parties like client, consultant, and contractor to aware them what are their respective responsibilities, obligations, right? What are the payment methods? What are the standards they have to follow? If there is any disagreement, how they have to solve it. So contract document is a guideline. So we have to merge project management data with our product or construction methodology. And as per contract document, we have to load